Hey there, welcome back to my channel. And if you're a freshman, this video is for you. This video is made for you. It is now August. School will start soon, and many of you freshmen out there are thinking about your future and where you want to go to college, what you want to do when you grow up. And some of you might be thinking about service academies, but you don't know how to go about it. So I made this little video just for you to help you try to get on track here in your freshman year, to set yourself up for success. So when it comes time in your junior year, 2 years from now, you'll be able to go and apply to the academies and hopefully be successful in gaining admission to a federal service academy. So let's just go through a few of the things here that I wrote down, and I hope you take notes. And you always can refer back to this video. But let's get going and let's help you freshmen out. So the first thing that I recommend for you freshmen and for the parents is start researching the academies. Look at all of the academies. Don't just get focused on West Point, Annapolis, the Air Force Academy, the Coast Guard Academy, or the Merchant Marine Academy. Don't get focused on one academy. Look at each one. Each one has very specific missions, a very specific culture, and a very specific way of going about things. You know, the Military Academy at West Point is one thing versus the Coast Guard Academy at New London, versus the Merchant Marine Academy, versus the Air Force Academy, and of course the Naval Academy. Look at each one of them. Don't fall in love with just one, because as time goes on, you might change and you might fall in love with another. So as a freshman, be kind of agnostic. Look at all the academies equally and say, hey, you know what? I want to go in the Air Force, I want to go in the Army, I want to go in the Coast Guard, the Navy, or I want to be a merchant mariner. Look at all of them equally. Do your research. There's plenty of videos out there. There's plenty of stuff online. There's plenty of people to talk to. And in the fall, when the college open houses start, go to the open houses as a freshman. Don't be afraid to go. People are very happy to talk to anybody from a junior, a senior, all the way down to a freshman. So that's point number one. Point number two, join organized sports. Find a sport that you're going to be happy with for 4 years. It might be football, it might be basketball, it might be track, it might be volleyball, it might be 100 different sports out there. Find a sport that you say, hey, you know what, I really love this sport, I really do well playing this sport, and I can see myself playing this sport for the next 4 years, and stick with it. Now, I know things change, and teams change, and coaches change, and there's injuries and stuff like that, but right now, just focus on what you want to do for the next 4 years. And don't just join one sport. Don't just play football in the fall and do nothing for the rest of the year. Maybe you want to play football and baseball, or football and track, or cross country and baseball, or whatever. Join at least one, preferably at least 2 organized sports. Organized sports are very important. And it'll be even more important when you get into your senior year and you have to show leadership, and if you're a team captain. And the only way you're going to be a team captain is if you started in freshman year and you worked your way all the way up. So that's the second thing that I recommend, team sports. The third thing I recommend is become active in the community. If you're a freshman here, you probably haven't watched a lot of my videos, but community service, activity in the community is a key thing for the service academies and for the nominations. I cannot tell you how much emphasis is placed on community service and being active in the community. As a freshman, now is the time to get active in the community. It could be a church group, it could be volunteering at a nursing home or assisted living, it could be some conservation project, ongoing conservation project. Now, I'm not talking about one and done things here. I'm talking about a continuing thing that you can do throughout the year and hopefully into your next 4 years. Community service is really important. And now as a freshman, now is the time to start building that community service on your resume. I really shouldn't have to say this, but I will say it. Focus on academics. Focus on doing the best that you can do in school and focus on taking STEM classes. You have to take STEM classes. Do not waste your time taking fluff classes or some of these electives that are really just useless. You want to take the STEM classes. Your school should have a curriculum set up to move you through a STEM program for college prep. It should be things like geometry, algebra, pre-calc, calculus, chemistry, calculus-based physics, computer science classes, and other math-based classes. You have to take these classes. I know you're a freshman, you're probably not thinking about AP and AP advanced placement classes or taking classes at a college or a community college, but keep that in your mind in the future. You want to take the toughest classes that you can in STEM classes. Now, with that said, you also want to take English composition. You want to be able to write and speak clearly. Now, I know in these videos that I don't always speak clearly, and that's just the way that I am. But you want to be able to write very clearly, very definitively, and speak clearly. Be able to speak to people in the public, and probably be able to sit down and do a video like this where you're just talking to the camera and express your ideas and opinions. So you want to take the STEM classes and the English composition classes and any type of classes that will help you write and speak clearly. Set yourself up in freshman year. If the administration tries to push you in a different way and you think you want to go to a service academy, push back and take the classes that you need to take. Because time can never go backwards. Time only moves forwards. And you cannot go back and make a correction to the things that you missed in freshman year. That time will pass you by. It's just as simple as that. This next one probably is aimed more towards your parents than towards you. But maybe you want to do a health assessment. Now, when you get closer to applying to the academy, you'll have to fill out a lot of forms and a lot of things. And one of the things that you have to do is take a Department of Defense Medical Evaluation Board physical. That physical will determine if you're physically fit and able to serve on active duty in the military. The physical really isn't a difficult physical. The difficult part about that is the forms that you have to fill out. So let's just say in your childhood you had a cardiac issue, you had a problem with your heart, you had a serious issue. If you have asthma, if you have some kind of birth defect, a multiple of things. There's a whole list of things that disqualifies you. And I'll put the link to DobMERB down below so you guys can go and look at that and send it to your parents and have them look at it. The reason that I'm telling you this now in your freshman year is because a lot of people get their hopes up to go to a service academy and they work very, very hard to get there, only to find out that they're not physically qualified. But if they knew in the beginning that they weren't physically qualified, they probably would not have gone through all that effort. Now, with that said, there's a lot of things that are waiverable that the DoD, DobMERB, will waive and say, that's okay, you got it over that, it was a childhood thing, you can pass that, and we can accept you for admission to the academy and active duty service. Just be aware that there's some issues and some medical conditions that are serious and that are non-waivable. And you just want to know where you stand with that. Just a thing, go look at it and just know where you are in the whole process. All right, just to wrap this up and land the plane, as they say, congratulations if you're a freshman or a parent of a freshman and you're looking at this video. People who start early in their freshman year in high school and have a plan and have a goal are usually very successful in reaching it. And if your goal is going to a service academy and you follow the plan, you can get there, but you have to hit all the milestones on the plan. What I suggest is that you go back through my stack of videos and just look at some of them that interest you. You know, like what classes to take, you know, what the academies are looking for, what the Dobber Physical is all about. I must have almost 200 videos out there now. Go look at them, go and evaluate, hey, you know, I need to do this. He recommended doing that. Go and do that. My videos are not long, but they are definitely helpful. So I wish you good luck. Start your freshman year strong. Know what you got to do. Any questions, put them below, and I usually try to answer them within a few days. Good luck, and I hope you get what you want. Bye now.